I definitely had my moments. Like around 99, 98, 99 is when my relationship ended with the one person I had been with for a long time. Both my grandparents had passed away and stuff like that. I just went buck wild that time. I was at the bar 3 nights a week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, drinking myself stupid. So yeah, I probably was like that.
Wait a minute, that was the finish?
What? I turned it off.
Rhea hitting Carl in the dick literally was the finish.
Oh well, if you're gonna get hit by anybody, I'm glad she hit him there.
And Chris is loving it.
Of course, because it's his girlfriend.
Yep. All right. Ryan is jumping in at 9, 8 his time.
All right. Has Christian officially hit Jersey yet, or no?
I don't know. I haven't texted him.
Yeah, I haven't spoke to
Oh,
him.
oh, she didn't fake hit him either. She legitly hit him in the dick. Like she didn't just miss. Like she didn't hit him in the side. No, she went. She hit. You hear the bell fucking ring.
Yeah, she rang his bells.
The ding.
No boom boom with Chinese woman tonight.
No, no lovey lovey from hot Asian wife.
No sucky sucky or fucky fucky. What is this Gargano Miz shit now?
Well, because of Loomis.
So what is Gargano the one?
Well, it is the way.
Gargano. Oh yeah, that's right. He was. I forgot about that because the whole Indy Hartwell shit.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The Miz is the Dexter stuff, and then yeah, Gargano's part of Dexter.
Okay, it did. It did. I forgot. It completely didn't. It didn't ring. The bell didn't ring. So. So now we got no. I'm probably not going to win it, but I'm bidding on right now a box of Panini NXT cards on eBay. 24 packs. It ends tomorrow. It's up to like $11 for a box of 24.
Right.
So if I win that, I'll do an opening.
Okay.
If I win, because tomorrow I won't be here when it ends. Because I'll be at a paranormal expo. I'll be at a paranormal uh, discussion panel tomorrow at the library by my house. So I probably won't win it because I was bidding on a box of Topps Archives. Started off at 99 cents. I put in a $15 bid. I came back 2 hours later. It's up to $90.
Oh, jeez.
So, needless to say, I got outbid big time, and I'm not going that high for a box.
Well, when
Most
Panini is known for
it says one autograph, one relic.
yeah, but Panini is known for like the or Buku.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. You
Like
know.
Panini, they just did a Panini one of one. Um, Justin Herbert Panini card went relic went for 25,000.
Well, that's football. This is wrestling. There's a difference.
Even then, some of them still go.
Unless it's a pair of Alexa Bliss's underwear with the crotch, it ain't gonna go far.
You'd be surprised.
But And I also have a guy that's interested in. He's been buying replica WWF promos and stuff like that for signings lately. And I said, dude, I have over 800 of them. So he's going to send me a list of what he's looking for. So I'm going to charge him between $5 and $10 per photo. Make myself a little cash. And it's a guy I know too, so he'll pay for him. I trust this guy. I don't know if you know this guy named Raymond Duzak.
No, I don't.
He's heavyset, bald guy. He's at Legends all the time. I see him at Legends all the time. But whatever, it is what it is. So.
Okay, this shit's getting interesting.
What?
Jackie O'Haley is apparently back in the DC universe.
Who?
Jackie O'Haley.
Who the hell's Jackie O'Haley?
Or Jackie Earl Haley.
Oh, you mean Watchmen?
Yeah, well, no. He's coming back as something else with Zack Snyder.
That's Freddy Krueger. The reboot of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, but I'm saying as they're doing something different. He's not coming back as Rorschach, because Rorschach's Marvel.
I was going to say, well...
But apparently he's got something teamed up with oh fuck, what's his name, with good old Superman. Good old
Who
Superman.
do the Jets have this week coming up?
New England.
Oh.
They're playing horrible right now, so.
Oh, New England?
Yeah, they're getting beat by Chicago.
Oh, I wasn't sure because I just saw a commercial between Green Bay and Buffalo. I said I thought Jets were supposed to be playing Buffalo this week.
No, that's the next week. It's New England, Buffalo, then New England.
Whatever.
And they just picked up the kid out of Jacksonville, so they just picked up the running back they got released from Jacksonville. So that's.
Oh, that's funny. They just showed a NASCAR driver chugging a beer. Oh, DEJ is there. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh crap! All right. Time is it?
Let's just start rolling, dude.
Yep. Oh no! I'll just do mine. We'll just do the normal shtick, and then Ryan will jump. We're already live. We've been live for the last 7 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Just put up Real to Heal for right now. I should put up a rebranding title, but fuck it.
Why are we changing names all of a sudden, dude?
Why does it matter? Like, because we need to have something. In all honesty, we need a rebranding. In my opinion,
Hill wasn't cutting it anymore.
It wasn't getting traction.
Well, that's because we're not doing movies anymore, which I want to get back to. Come when you start going, come winter time, maybe we'll do winter. Maybe we'll make it a winter thing.
I think what we're doing right now is actually a better thing because I think honestly things need to get a little bit of a rehaul, and I gotta work on some shit with this.
You're not talking about personnel rehaul, are you?
No.
Oh, as long as you ain't doing that.
No, I think we need. It's just like for marketing and stuff like that because I'm changing all the names and stuff like that. I got stuff that I'm already in the works with, and I'm just working to try to get it towards that. So, it's what it is. But let's get started.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Oh, God damn it! Come on, can you fucking hit? God, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of What's the Finish? I am your host, Stefan Ronnie, and with me, as always,
it is I, the Zombie Master, and we're already off the rails 30 seconds in.
Yeah, well, off the rails doesn't mean anything, because there is no rails on this show. It is a show about pro wrestling, movies, and video games. Ryan, right off the bat, thank you, Justin, for the follow, and right when that happens, we get another follower right off there. But with that being said, on today's show, we talk about pro wrestling, the stuff that's going on in movies, and boy, is there a lot of it. Because apparently the backlash of Halloween Ends actually was meant for nothing, because there was a big reason for why people are pissed.
MJF proves why he's one of the best promo men in the business.
We'll
get into that.
I was going to say, anyone from Jersey knows that shit. I mean, the man, like I said, the man has go home heat from fucking CZW.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So yeah, you know what? I know Ryan wants to get into this probably when we talk about it, but let's break the big news with CM Punk officially getting bought out.
And he's getting bought out, and the thing that's holding it up is the non-compete. Does that mean he wants to come back to WWE?
Yes.
Here's my question, and I'm sure we'll ask this of Ryan too. Why the fuck would they want to take that cancer back?
Honestly, if you told me he comes back for a Rumble, a Mania payday, fine. He should not be full-time on this roster.
No way in God's green earth.
If you want to tell me that he wants to come back for a Rumble spot, he wants to do a Mania spot, fine. Because he is a draw. Let's not get it twisted. CM Punk is a draw.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's back on Raw?
I'm on a delay.
Oh, yeah, but wait till you see who's coming out.
But no, like, Punk is a draw. But if Punk were to be a full-timer, it would be awful. Punk would not be good as would be awful as a full-time guy on that show.
Well, you know what it is? Because, you know, Punk has already proven he's a liar. Punk has already proved that he'll get that initial Road Warrior pop, which, for the fact that he uses that Road Warrior pop name, it's just disrespect to Animal and Hawk, because they're the only ones that ever got that big a pop next to Hogan.
Cena's gotten close.
Nah, no, nothing will top. Even though I'm not a big Hulkamaniac, because I never was. I grew up, I was a Piper fan, always growing up. But when Hogan came back after that whole WrestleMania with him and The Rock, no, when he won the world title from Taker on SmackDown, he had that 8 to 10 minute ovation. I'm sorry, I've never seen anybody have that long of an ovation where they couldn't even get in a word edgewise. I've never seen that before.
I mean, I've heard a Road Warrior style pop for a boo, and that's Roman.
Well, you know, but I'm talking about a positive pop, not a heel pop.
I mean, when he beat Taker, he couldn't get a word in edgewise. Remember?
Yeah, well, it's because that's the heel pop. I'm talking about a babyface pop.
Cena got a big one when he came back, when he returned at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Hogan-esque pop.
I don't know. There's two people that I say match it. That's Cena at Rumble and Hunter's return when he came back in the Garden. Hunter came back in the Garden with the way he jumped into the Rumble.
After he blew his triceps, with the denim and love. That was pretty big. I will grant you. I completely forgot about that one. And why is R-Truth back?
Because he needs a payday. I mean, he's been back. I mean, he's been in the back room doing. Is
he booking?
Yeah, he's part of Gorilla.
Is Shelton Benjamin coming out with him? Because the two of them are listed as a team in WWE's internal roster.
I know, right? Oh,
The
apparently,
golden truth.
the golden truth.
At least it's not a golden shower. But anyway, I digress.
Hey
But
now.
hey now. But now, as for Punk, no, you know what? The Punk of 10 years ago was one thing. He's not the same Punk. Because need we forget, we talked about this last time. Oh, I want to work with all the young talent in the back. It's not about me, it's about all the young talent, bless you.
Thank you.
But then all of a sudden it's like, no, I'm the main eventer. Give me all the money. Give me all the main event spots. I want all the title shots. Screw the young guys. I'll bury them. So he's already a liar. So why I would want to bring... I think right now, WWE right now is gelling at its best right now with who they have right now. I don't see a lot of, monkey wrenches thrown in there. You bring Punk back, you're going to throw a major monkey wrench into that, I think. That's just my thoughts.
I mean, could he? Yeah, like I said, if you want him back for a Rumble, you want him back for a Mania payday, he's a big enough draw that he could do that. You have him work 3. If you wanted...
It's on his YouTube channel. Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru. I'm giving it a plug. But he was pretty much saying, like, Tony Khan is basically right now on a sinking ship. And he's got to bail as much water as he can. And Punk is a major weight on that boat that he needs to unload. And also, Jim Cornette said, and like I said, take this with what it is. And I love Jim Cornette to death in a platonic way. But he needs to cut bait with Omega and the Bucks too. Because if you're not with them, it's like you got the Punk side, you got the Jericho people, and then you got the Elite. That's too many cooks right there.
The problem
if you want to run this company, you need, because right now the only people keeping unity, and this is, like I said, also from what he was saying, the only people that are keeping unity in that locker room right now is Jericho, Moxley, and Danielson. Is trying to keep this train on the tracks. And they've been relatively successful, but you bring Kenny and the Bucks back, you're liable to derail the train again.
You don't bring Kenny and the Bucks back, you get rid of 90% of your clientele. Especially if Kenny and the Bucks show up on WWE television. Oh, goodbye AEW.
I wouldn't be so...
MJF cannot hold that company on his own. As much as I love MJF, he cannot hold that company on his own, because what? Okay, who's your next babyface that's actually built? If you get rid of Omega.
Danielson.
That's not WWE.
Oh, well, then therein lies your problem. But no, all right, I'll say one guy that could have been, and should have been.
I know where you're going with it, but they already fucked them up.
And that's Jungle Boy.
Yep.
They had a diamond in the rough, literally.
And even someone like Sammy Guevara. Yeah.
Well, he's too busy. He's too busy trying to figure out how to fuck things up the next time he goes on a microphone. With his mouth. His mouth is getting him into trouble again. But then again, that's nothing new when it comes to Sammy Guevara. He's got an itchy Twitter finger.
Yes, he does.
But it's like, initially, I mean, it's like, the other thing too, and I said this before, and I want you to either tell me I'm wrong or agree, or then add your own 2 cents in there. The way Tony Khan basically gives creative control to all these guys and girls. Answer me, riddle me this, Batman. How come a good 25 to 30% of their major stars are out on the injured list?
Well, because they don't. I mean, they want to. They want to run that PWG style.
But here's the thing. That PWG style is great when you won one show and then you don't have to worry about your next show until the next month. And you have a month to heal up. But when you're running a wrestling company that runs weekly, and I don't know if AEW is running house shows anymore. I don't know if they ever did.
I don't know.
Like I said, I don't. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. It doesn't matter. But regardless of the fact is, you got Dynamite, Elevator, Rampage, and whatever other shows that they're always developing. And let us not forget, we have 16,000 fucking titles in this company. You know, I mean, that's another thing. It's like, oh, Tony Khan's created a new title. You know, I mean, do you really need all these titles? Because the WWE had that many titles a long time ago, and what happened?
Right.
It was a joke. It was an absolute joke. You know, I mean, let's see. We had the WWE, World Heavyweight, Intercontinental, U.S., European, Hardcore, 2 sets of tag team champions. You know? It's like, okay, enough. And then they eliminated it. And now I think it's fine. Even though there's been rumblings of bringing the European title back, which I really don't want to see back.
Well, if you keep... I mean, they already did. They already brought the European title. The NXT UK title.
UK. Which is going to be rebranded because eventually, from what rumblings I've been hearing, that they're going to have a new NXT. It's going to be a NXT European division.
Yeah, it's NXT
UK,
Europe.
NXT Europe, which is going to be Ireland, England, wherever else. More than likely, that's where that title's going back to. I think it's just staying here to keep the name relevant.
Actually, NXT UK is gone. Like
but
the title,
just to keep that title alive.
Well, no, the title's gone because they did the whole
unification.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like Bayley's hairstyle. I like I'm digging. She's kind of going back to the ponytail, the pigtails.
Oh, they got to break her away from Damage Control.
I'm not hating the way she looks. I'm sorry. I'm not hating it.
They need to break her away from Damage Control.
That's probably the long-term plans for her.
Oh, no, they need to do it. They need to do it now, because they are floundering her to the point where she is not looking like she is having fun anymore. She is trying to have fun. She is trying to have fun, but Io not speaking English does not help. And Dakota Kai kind of just... I'm sorry. As much as I like Dakota Kai's in-ring work, her fucking shit on the mic is as bad as a wet fucking blanket.
Hence why Bayley's there to keep...
I could understand that if the crowd cared.
I get what you're saying, but we'll see what happens when it goes to that. But anyway, to go back to the thing is, like, you can't run the way AEW runs and not expect injuries. Got to protect your big name stars. Got to reel them in. Hence why, if you notice in WWE, the injury bug, it happens. Not as much as AEW. And not to so many major stars. I mean, Adam Page is don't know how long he's. Chris Statlander's out. Cole is out.
Again.
Right, because they're allowing 0.0. They're giving creative. Because don't forget, in WCW, all these wrestlers, when they came down from WWE, when they went to Bischoff, they go, I want this much money, and I want creative control of my character. And they said yes, and look where it got them. That needs to stop.
Right.
It really needs to stop. Because that's why in WWE, certain wrestlers are afforded that due to their legacy. Hence, AJ Styles. AJ has been in the business long enough. He's got enough ring time. He's respected. They allow him to keep all his intellectual properties and basically let him do what he wants to do because they know he knows what he's doing. And he knows what his limitations are.
Right.
But I'm sorry. In AEW, it's nothing but, it's like, all right, Adam Cole's saying, I'm going to do 6,000 flips and kicks, and I could do all these moves, and boom, my career might be over. And I'm sure if Omega and the Bucks manage to find their way over to Triple H and the E, they're going to be put on limitations.
Well, they're going to the E as a retirement plan.
Right, but then here's the thing. If they want that retirement plan to at least be somewhat fruitful, they're going to have to realize they're going to have to rein themselves in, and they're not going to be able to do as much as we all like to say, then 10,000 flips, 10,000 kicks, 10,000 false finishes, like the old jokes go. You can't keep doing that. Especially, Matt and Nick they're not ancient, but they're in their late 30s. Omega's in his 40s, I think.
No, Omega's late 30s.
Let me see. Let me look it up. Hold on. Let me see. Pull it up. I'll pull up everybody. Let's see. Kenny.
But, the Bucks being the way the Bucks are, they're literally just they would literally just do the same thing the Hardys fucking do.
I'm sorry. That is not something that I would want to hitch my wagons to when it comes to the complete. Omega's 39.
But they were.
And he just turned 39.
They were, though. They were the modern day Hardy Boys.
I know that's one of the first things.
Thank you, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin, what's up? Matt, let's see. Let me pull up. I'm pulling up the Bucks now. But you already know. So Matt is 37 and Nick is 33. So they're not ancient, but they're not exactly young bucks, no pun intended.
Yeah, right.
But it's like I used to be able to do a ton of shit when I was younger. If I tried to do half the shit I did when I was younger, I'd never be able to walk again. But it's like, you got to have some limitations to that. The only reason the Bucks and Omega are out is because of the whole brawl out stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but Omega goes to WWE? Omega and the Bucks. Tony Khan lost everybody. He lost his crowd.
Well, yes, and yeah. Would I say would the crowds go down? Yes. But here's here's another riddle. The Bucks and Omega haven't been there for how long? They've been out for how long now?
Since
it's been almost
Labor Day.
Almost two. So it's been almost 2 months.
Right.
The houses don't look any different without them there.
Okay, well, here's a better question. MJF was already a
sorry.
star. MJF was already a star, though. He's the one dude that is not a WWE guy that was already making money.
Adam Page too.
Adam Page was big from New Japan.
But he wasn't a WWE guy.
No, but he already had a name. MJF is the only guy that wasn't a name off of someplace else that got New Japan. And the fact that they gave it to Jericho was just, that's a whole different issue.
Ooh, excuse me. But you know what? There's one name that I haven't heard in a while, and maybe you have an answer. I mean, I know why, but there's one name that's been conspicuously absent from the news and for quite a while. Where the hell is Marty Scurll these days?
NWA.
Is he in the NWA?
Yep, he actually is wrestling for the NWA because he's in the Crockett Cup.
Okay, now here's another question. Why haven't they brought him into the fold of AEW? Is it because of the speaking out movement?
Yeah.
Is keeping him out of AEW?
Well, not just that. He actually signed a contract with the NWA. So he's still under contract with the NWA.
Right. But there was, before he signed that contract, he was basically a free agent. It's because of the speak.
Yeah, it's because of the speaking out. Which was apparently complete and utter bullshit.
Well, here's the thing now. This brings me to my other questions, because the guy that's currently about to fight in this match, and I'm not talking about Mustafa Ali, I'm talking about Austin Theory.
Yep.
He was a big name when it came to that speaking out thing, so explain to why he's in a semi-main event spot, mid-card main event spot.
Because he was Evolve champion, and if anyone doesn't understand why being Evolve champion actually meant something, was because when Evolve was around, it was under the tutelage. It was the minor leagues of NXT. Okay. It was their AA. So Austin Theory was already under WWE tutelage before he ever got signed, because Gabe Sapolsky was actually gave freaking Evolve to Hunter, to Vince.
Right.
So Austin Theory was Evolve champion. So Austin Theory was already under the thumb of WWE. So when the speaking out movement hit, they already knew they can trust him. Trust me. Him being that young, too, doesn't hurt either.
Right.
And then also coming out to find out that it was a half-truth doesn't really hurt either.
Right. No, I was just curious, because, I mean, I was going through my pictures, and it's like I forgot I had met Marty with the whole Elite one day. I met almost all the Elite one day, and I completely forgot. And I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I haven't heard a peep out of him anywhere. Because I don't watch NWA, so I don't know. That's what I was curious about, where he was. What's up, Rye?
What's up, guys?
What up?
Right, what's your finish?
What's the finish?
Well, it's Ragnarok, my friend.
Yes, yeah, right? Exactly. Because it's the end of the world as we know it.
Finish?
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
I feel like I just kicked some fucking heads in.
Have you been kicking men in masks again?
I've been kicking all kinds of people.
Men, women, men that think they're women.
Children.
Animal, vegetable, or mineral.
A woman
my
with
services are available for a nominal fee. For just the amount of bail, I will come to your house and kick your child in the head.
For the amount of a Ryback autograph.
High end.
High end. Oh God.
What have you? No, have you put? Did you put another YouTube video up of you kicking some man in the head again?
I don't know what videos we're taking tonight, to tell you the truth.
So we're talking right now.
All I know is that I am tired and I'm sore, and I work with fucking children.
Phrasing?
Yeah, you might want to rephrase that, dude.
What would I know? Why? That's a direct quote.
I would.
Yeah,
I
if
would.
you're CM Punk.
I would say phrasing, but yeah.
It's a direct quote. I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children.
Oh shit. So yeah. So to answer your question, that's the reason with Austin Theory and Marty Scurll being in NWA is actually a big thing because he's actually booking part of that.
Because he was booking ROH before they got sold. And after this freaking out, he got canned from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Because Marty, you know, from Kirk, and I mean, I might be wrong, but Marty, he's not a terrible wrestler. As far as I remember.
Okay, now we have Ryan here. Now we can get into some interesting news.
All right, can we just answer my question first, and then we'll
Say it again. Sorry.
Marty is a good wrestler. No?
Yeah, but he's up there in age.
Well, so is Punk, but what's your point? But no, I'm saying is like, do you think all the shit with him is what's kept him out of either AEW or WWE?
No. Because at the same time, I don't think fans would understand his gimmick.
The villain.
Also, they don't understand a lot of, like, as much as, the smarky wrestlers, they don't understand the dry humor of catch can wrestling.
No, not at all.
No. And
that's a shame. That's really a shame, too.
No one understands.
Well, I mean, not
it.
really, because I mean, catch wrestling hasn't really been around since like the 50s.
I was gonna say it's a shoot work, but
Yeah.
if you can't, it's so hard to make a shoot look like a work.
Correct.
That's
it's
why
very hard to make a work look like a shoot too.
That's why, like, someone like Brock Lesnar, when everyone's like, "Oh, well, Brock is so rough," I go, "Yeah, you don't understand. He's a legit fucking wrestler.
He's legit fucking badass."
Well, so is Shinsuke Nakamura. You want to talk about working stiff?
Yeah, but
It's not about working stiff.
no, Shinsuke is also, but Shinsuke's not an actual wrestler. Shinsuke's an MMA fighter. Because in New Japan, every wrestler in New Japan, because of Aoki, God rest his soul, every wrestler has to fight MMA for a year. Out of the dojo in New Japan. Go back and watch, I shit you not, this is the funniest thing in the world, go and find Jushin Thunder Liger's MMA fights.
He's actually fought at.
He's
in the
fought
mask?
3 fights in the mask, and he fought for a year in Pride.
Correct.
That's crazy.
It was a thing. That's why, like, the whole Shibata thing was legit, because because they wanted to bring legitimacy to the sport, so they made him actually go out and fight in Pride for a year to bring legitimacy to their gimmicks. As like, hey, listen, they may lose, but they're legit fighters.
Right.
That was the whole point of it.
No, I get you. Dude, I completely understand your point. I mean, I'm not discounting your point.
Well, I'm also saying, but I'm saying is like, a lot of these guys that are like, oh, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Well, yeah, because you literally have 5 people now on fucking Monday Night Raw that were Olympic fucking athletes.
Right, and they're getting beat by indie wrestlers.
Where they understand the money, which, like, they just revealed, Kurt Angle just came out and they revealed how much he wanted Tony Khan to pay him for AEW.
$300,000 a match.
Yeah, he wanted $3 million for a course of like 3 years. for 10 matches. He wanted $3 million for 10 matches.
$300,000 a match.
I don't think that that's unfair.
It's
No.
not. When you got somebody like a Kurt Angle, look, I'm not going to discount the fact that Kurt Angle isn't a complete and total badass, because he is.
But here's the problem. With the roster like AEW, besides an MJF, who the fuck is working with Kurt?
Yeah. I mean, that's a big name and a hard gimmick to fucking,
Who can get himself over as a legit wrestler with Kurt Angle as a heel, besides MJF?
Claudio.
He's not a heel, though.
But I'm just saying,
Parker Boudreaux, man.
But here's the thing. You're also going right to WWE guys that he's wrestled already. I'm saying if you're
Cesaro
bringing
and
in...
Angle never wrestled each other.
I believe they have. And it might have been Cesaro.
They've worked together in WWE.
Yeah. But here's the thing. If you're bringing Kurt Angle in, just like you were supposed to do with Punk, you are not bringing him in to wrestle guys he's already worked with. You're having him build new stars.
That's how I book him.
True.
So you're not booking him against Claudio, or you might book him against Daniel Bryan as a dream match.
Yeah.
But
it'd be a good match. We can't deny that.
No, you might
that
do
would be
one
a
of them.
banger of a match.
But I'm saying MJF is just, if you think about it, that is a great. Yeah, there you go. Powerhouse Hobbs or Wardlow.
Powerhouse Hobbs or Wardlow, yeah, that'd be a good match. Kurt Angle and Wardlow?
Oh,
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it, yeah.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
hell, you know what? Here's one that no one talks about. You want to talk about big men? If he would stop doing flips for 3 fucking seconds, Kurt Angle versus, I was about to call him Brian. I was about to call him Brian Adams. Yes, Brian Cage.
Brian Adams, rest in peace, Crush.
But Brian fucking Cage.
That'd be good.
That'd be a great
Yeah,
match.
it'd be.
And that would have that big match feel.
Or, hell, even if you did Kurt Omega,
Which would be done.
which would be done, but it would actually make sense if done. But you don't need to have Kurt wrestle Angle versus Keith Lee.
Right.
I don't know about that one.
That would be interesting. But I'm saying is, like, you can't do, like, you would have to do.
How would it be interesting? It would be expertise over sheer size advantage, over sheer weight advantage.
And that would be the story, because obviously you have the same thing with Powerhouse Hobbs or Wardlow. You know who? I have
Powerhouse
one.
Hobbs was built a little bit like Angle was in his prime.
Right.
Right.
I have one that he hasn't been talked about. I don't know if he's injured. But you want to talk about getting a young talent over and someone he's fucking friends with, and you can rebuild this story? How about Hook?
I think Hook and Kurt Angle, putting Hook with Kurt Angle, first you'd have to build it up. That way, that kid can learn how to fucking sell.
But also, too, I'm saying you put someone in with Kurt, and the first story you do is you talk about the fact that he's Taz's kid.
Right, a little payback for that debut at
the Rumble.
At EC, and also at the Rumble, and also ECW One Night Stand when they got into when they started bleeding on each other.
But
Yeah.
I think it would all begin because, Kurt was undefeated and stuff like that. The whole Taz debut and WWE thing, that would be, I think, the initial.
But that's what I mean. Like, you turn around and you tell me that if you put Hook in with Kurt, that's not going to make Hook.
That's gonna make Hook. It's gonna make Kurt look like $1 million fucking bucks.
And it's going to make Taz on commentary look good, because Taz is not going to know how to fucking call that.
Well, here's another thing, too. It's like, Kurt, I've seen Kurt recently. He's not looking good physically anymore, either.
No, but this was also supposed to be... But this also was supposed to be after he did his re-debut, like after the Corbin stuff.
Right.
Right, you're right. Okay.
So this is not now. But I'm saying as though this is like right when Hook was at his peak.
His peak.
Peak.
This is right before Hookhausen.
Whatever happened to Dan? What happened to Danhausen?
He's with Chaos. He's with the fucking Best Friends.
I don't think they know what to do with him. They signed him because his name blew up on the indie scene, as it should have. He deserved it.
Yes.
But I think besides that, they didn't know what to do with him, so they're just moving him around.
So
They had money.
So you remember we talked about the Forbidden Door
Yeah.
being open?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Forbidden Door being through the indie scene?
Meaning?
Yeah, exactly. Meaning?
WWE, who is the last company that you think WWE would ever work with?
I already know where you're going with this, and I want to see if Ryan gets it. I already know.
I already know where this is going too, but the last company they work with right now would probably be All Elite Wrestling.
No. Well, that's not on television. Indie scene. Indie.
Oh, yeah, I know. This is leading up to the Game Changer thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, GCW, yep.
That shocked me, and I'm not going to lie about it.
Well, did you hear who Brett Lauderdale wants to book?
He wants Omos.
Which I think if you have almost an MVP on GCW, it gives almost a chance to actually work. Like, gets him work.
Right.
It's almost like going back to the territory days in a way.
But here's the thing. How smart is that if Stephanie starts working with indie guys again, or not working with indie guys, but works with indie companies by sending... Because if you remember, decades ago, 80s, how many times would you see, like, a WWE guy, like a Tito Santana, when he was still in WWE, show up to, like, Jersey All-Pro?
Yeah, that happened quite a lot, actually, in the early days of JP.
What if we're going back to that?
You know what? If it's done right with the right guys, I don't see a problem with it.
What do you mean with the right guys, man? Allowing third-party bookings is fucking money for everybody.
Exactly. I'm just saying if it's booked right. And not to make either company look like a joke.
Well, obviously you're going to get a Gabe Sapolsky if you book a Raw guy to go against your champion. Obviously, you're going to probably end it in a DQ.
Yeah.
Or Shmaz.
You ain't having the Raw guy go over. The Raw guy's either going over, you're not having your guy go over. The guy on WWE television goes over while the shine goes to your champion.
Yeah.
The shine goes to your champion because guess what? That means that your booker puts that much faith in you, and guess what? Now that guy, and what no one talks about is this: you can turn around and the guy that you bring, we'll say Finn Balor.
Okay.
Finn Balor and Judgment Day go and wrestle on an indie show. They wrestle a tag match, 6-man tag. They see 3 guys that they want to book. They're top guys. Judgment Day goes over. Finn Balor turns around, goes to Stephanie, says, I like them, give them a little time, and book them. And send them a contract. It works for everybody.
Now, that's a real possibility.
That was what they used to do in the 80s.
Yeah.
We could be going back to that. Granted, I think GCW is kind of the last fucking thing, the last fucking place I think anyone would ever think about seeing someone work.
I think there's a reason they chose GCW.
Oh, it's the hot new thing. It's the ring. It's this moment's PWG or Ring of Honor.
No.
Right.
I think it has to do with Zack Ryder and his history there.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
I think Triple H wants that back. I think we're going to see Zack Ryder back in WWE. He's over, and he can create his own buzz.
Oh, like he did
Woo,
with
woo, woo.
yeah, like he did with the what's
Exactly
it called?
like with the internet title, but Vince didn't give a shit. Vince didn't see him as a star.
Yeah.
Vince didn't see him as a star until he made himself a star.
Yep.
Until he made his own angles online.
The internet champion, I think
The-
it was. Was it the internet or
The
Internet champ.
internet champion, the debut of the Big O.
the Broski belt?
That belt was awesome. I believe that was a Dave Pelican belt.
But
But
like,
then here's my question: is like, but do you want to hit your tails to a company? Not that there's anything wrong with him, but with a company that has Nick Gage under a contract.
here's the thing: Brett Lauderdale is not in with Hunter. He's in with Stephanie. I think if Stephanie is hitching the wagons to him, what does that tell you?
That says a lot. That really does.
Yeah.
We can't deny that.
No.
And Stephanie's been working with. Here's the scary part: Stephanie's been working with Brett Lauderdale since Brett was in CZW.
Well, maybe she sees something that,
But
we don't.
Well, I mean, I think that you booking someone like Almost might be the start of a Forbidden Door type thing where you're gonna start seeing guys show up on the indie scene that no one else sees coming. Like you could see some it's going to be must see. Again, anything that's on these pay-per-views are gonna be must see again because the whole point of it is now who the fuck is gonna show up?
Right.
You're gonna drop your $15 to watch a GCW to turn around and be like, oh shit, who's gonna show up on GCW?
Right. Okay. I see where you're going.
Yeah. All right. I didn't quite see it that way, but you're not wrong.
Even though you're gonna have to live with death matches and shit like that, but I think if all of a sudden someone like a Zack Ryder shows back up, a Moxley shows back up, hell, if fucking Baron
Moxley, I don't think Moxley will not show up. I can get that's one name you'll never see back in a WWE ring again.
at GCW, I wouldn't. You could still
No,
see.
I'm talking about WWE. I don't ever see that happening again. Or even if there is a working relationship, you don't think Tony Khan's going to do everything in his power to save Moxley? You're not going there.
But Brett, well, here's the thing: if there's bookings, Moxley don't give two fucks. You can tell flat out that Moxley don't care. I think that's the big thing that no one's talking about. Like, honestly, like you're turning around and watching some Tony Khan bitching and moaning doesn't help the business. That's the problem. It doesn't help the business. It actually hurts the business more. Where the big bad wolf in WWE is actually doing something that, to the point where saying Mox will never go back to WWE as we is foolish.
Yeah. Never say never.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't say never, but the chances are highly unlikely.
Well, I mean, now AEW is saying that, WWE did reach out for Billy, but they wouldn't mention that he works for AEW on air, so they said no.
Well, I actually heard the different. I heard that WWE was going to actually let him say AEW star Billy Gunn.
Interesting.
Uh,
I heard different, and that was out of Wrestle Talk. They actually said that.
Yeah, but at the same time, WWE, like, I don't. The thing is, though, is Mox not going back to WWE. I would have said you're right if it was still Vince.
Right, but it's not Vince anymore. And Triple H was a fan of Dean Ambrose.
And I'm sorry, also Nick Khan looks at the bottom line. Is this going to make me money? Yeah? Fuck it, let's do it.
That's it.
Well, yeah, you're completely right. I'm not disagreeing with anything you guys are saying. No. But,
let's face it, he was just moving furniture.
office equipment.
Yeah, office equipment. Cody started AEW. If that isn't the biggest absolute fuck you to WWE, and look where Cody is now. Exactly, Dustin.
I mean, injured, but yeah, I get your point.
He built AEW to the point where Tony Khan fucked him over, and he fucking left and went back to WWE.
And then that's why, I mean, that's precisely why, Ryan, you weren't here. We were talking about, we're talking about, what do you call it, the Bucks and Omega eventually taking their retirement money.
And they will. They'll do the smart thing. They're businessmen.
Let me ask you something, Ryan.
All right, go ahead.
If you're WWE,
yeah,
and Punk wants to come back,
yep.
What
do I say?
Would you? Well, hold on, because I have two different thoughts. Would you book him as a full-time guy, or would you book him as a Rumble to SummerSlam guy?
He would definitely be a part-timer. You would definitely have to put a heavyweight title run in there. But, I mean, as much as CM Punk bitches,
he draws.
His views with AEW didn't really change until Hunter took over in WWE.
Now, I turned around and said that if you book him, he has to work. He pulls a Jericho, where Jericho would work Rumble, do a Mania stint, go all the way up, do a story all the way up to SummerSlam, take time off until he comes back for the next Rumble.
And my whole thought processes was, why do you want a guy like that back in the fold when he's the last 2 years of his career had been nothing but short of a failure? Between the injuries, which I know were out of his control, but then his whole backstage persona.
Well, hold on. Now you bring that up. I actually have a question to go with that. Can you blame him for that, or do you blame Tony Khan for that? Because Tony Khan allowed that to happen.
Well, it's because it's what I said earlier in the beginning of the show, and it's like Tony Khan allows these guys too much creative control, and it ends up turning around and biting them in the ass because their storyline, the story they want to do falls flat, or B, it gets a guy hurt or a girl hurt. And I'm sorry. When you take some of the talent that AEW has and some of the talent that some of these young guys and girls have to basically work themselves, like you said, a PWG style. And Ryan, this was my argument. Wrestling a PWG style is not bad when it's once a month. But when you're running a multi-million-dollar company that wrestles 3, 4, 5 days a week, you can't do that PWG style every day because it's going to wear you down and it's going to get you guys hurt.
But the thing is, though,
right?
New Japan does it every day.
It's also up to those guys, man. If they think they can compete at that level, they do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got one name to say, Adam fucking Cole. Wrestled that PWG style up until he fucked himself up so bad that his career might be over.
That's speculative.
I say might be. I didn't say definite. I said might be. And Adam Cole, I'm sorry. Adam Cole is a tremendous microphone and in-ring guy.
Well, nobody's disputing that. Adam Cole's one of the best.
Right.
But that's the style that he's used to wrestling. He had to learn how to wrestle for WWE.
And when he wrestled in WWE, He was never. He never. How often was he injured when he was in WWE? He wasn't.
WWE has the most demanding schedule in pro wrestling.
Right, and he never was hurt because he was. They put him on a limit. He was limited in what he could do. Sure, he could creatively say, "I want to do this, 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 and this." They probably would have said, "Oh, I like that. That's good. No way in hell you're doing that, and get the fuck out of here if you think we're going to allow you to do that." But Tony Khan goes, "Sure, do whatever you want."
You not remember him and Champion's bump off the top of the cell? Off top of the fucking War Game cell?
That was nuts. I'm not going to deny that was nuts. And I think he was taking his life in his hands when he did that. But
he was being a worker when he did that.
I was gonna say you're taking your life in your hands, taking a back bump.
Yeah.
True. Or power bomb, aka what happened to Droz. But I get what your point is. But you get the point I'm trying to make where when it comes to WWE's work ethic as opposed to AEW's work ethic when it comes to letting guys do what they want.
But it's not the work ethic.
It's not the work ethic. It's the style of wrestling.
It's the style of wrestling. Yeah, you can't go out and go 1,000 miles a minute when you're given 15 minutes and have to tell a story. But Tony Khan putting them out there and saying you have 60 minutes, go nuts. I mean, right there, you're just dooming someone to fail.
Right. And I mean, and it's like, I mean, some of the guys and girls that are injured right now, they could be big stars either. Well, maybe not mega stars, but some could be mid-card stars or some could be main event stars here, but yet they're either being underused, underutilized, or they're just letting them work a style that's getting them hurt. Or they're flat out burying them, i.e. Jungle Boy. They're flat out burying.
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
No, I mean, dude, you can even tell Jungle Boy's been completely, they crushed him.
Well, no,
so losing to Botchasaurus, you're basically saying, fuck you, Jungle Boy. Tell me I'm wrong on that one.
Nah.
You're putting Botchasaurus over Jungle Boy?
Yeah, the whole point of the story was Christian Cage, and Cage is hurt.
Gee, another AEW guy hurt. Shocker.
Oh, no, dude, Christian Cage is also 40-something years old, and he's a fucking Brillo pad.
And the dog agrees.
No, look, the fact of the matter is, you kept cutting me off, and I lost what I was saying.
Sorry. Christian Cage.
Jungle Boy. Botchasaurus.
You always put the heel over the babyface until the blow off. That is pro wrestling storytelling 101. So yes, he loses to Botchasaurus. Repeatedly. Preferably. That way, whenever he does get his win, it means more.
I'll give you an example. Edge with Judgment Day. After the I Quit match, now Edge goes away to help with keeping Beth Phoenix. Beth. Well, then you turn around and, oh my god, that is the worst fucking Snake Eyes I have ever seen. Sorry. But you turn around and be like, oh, well, now Edge loses. Okay, when's Edge going to get his comeuppance? And you wait for that. So it's sweeter when Edge wins. It's storytelling 101. And Jungle Boy, the whole point of the whole thing with Jungle Boy was to actually put him over on fucking Christian, and Christian had a fucking torn tricep. Nothing you can really do about that.
True. It's just like, I mean, you said this, and Ronnie, I remember. I don't know if Ryan was on the show back then, but it's like in the beginning of AEW, and I think your words were like, your cornerstones are your MJFs and Jungle Boys. Those are your future.
Yeah.
Right now, only half of that came true. Because I'm sorry, I don't know if A, Tony Khan is going to be smart enough to do it, or B, it's just not going to happen. If Jungle Boy doesn't become one of your cornerstones, then you're missing out. He has to be one of your cornerstones because he's young enough, and you have him on a controllable deal enough where he's not making a shit ton of money. You build him up to be your next megastar, because that's where MJF is head. He's got a rocket ship up his ass the size of the Grand fucking Canyon. But then Jungle Boy, it's like, unfortunately, you said Christian's hurt. I get that. But then why not build him up against somebody else?
Because
until Christian comes back.
Because they have nobody. Because in all honesty, they have nothing else. I wouldn't say they have nothing else for him. They have no storyline for him.
Sorry, creative has nothing for you.
No, not even it's creative. It's just they don't have a storyline for him. They don't know, like, they don't see the bigger picture. If they're going to put him in a storyline, they're going to make him do a storyline for 6 months.
Easily 6 months.
Right.
If there's no storyline, then, because it's not like he's not wrestling other companies. He is wrestling other companies. But the whole point of AEW that you needed to do was you needed to make your indie guys, the guys that you're booking from indie guys, like your Joey Janela's, your Listen, I hate the guy for the fact that he shouldn't be wrestling right now, but you need to almost get Darby Allin now away from Sting. If you need to almost push Darby Allin as a singles guy and almost turn him on Sting. You need to either turn Sting heel, which is stupid, but turn Darby heel and have him feud with Sting for a little bit, because Sting needs to go away and fucking heal up.
Well, there was rumblings that Sting or Darby, one of the two, was going to be running the House of Black.
That would be so fucking stupid.
That would be retarded.
You just spent 2 years feuding with the House of Black. To have one of them run it? This is not aces and eights.
There was, and a lot of people from what a lot of reports I've been reading, that it was going to be Sting.
Why?
Some of the points that I read were as follows, and like I said, this is coming from millions of different sources, so take it with a pound of salt. That it would give the House of Black legitimacy if they had somebody like Sting running it, because of Sting's legacy.
That you got legitimacy from fucking Malachi.
I understand that. I'm not telling you anything.
No, I'm saying these fucking retard smarks. It's like you got legitimacy already from Alistair. Meanwhile, also, here's the funny part. Alistair's coming back. And so is Guy.
Not your buddy, Guy.
Yeah, he ate Buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not your buddy, Guy.
For a hell of a drug.
Oh, if you saw Zac Efron, you'd fucking say that too.
Oh, I saw that picture of him with the Von Erich shit. Yeah, I saw that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw that picture. And he's supposed to be who, Kevin?
Yeah, no. Is it Kevin or Carrie?
I don't know. I think they said under the picture Kevin. He's almost as built as Kevin, as Carrie. Because he's almost as big as Carrie was. Unless they're gonna put a long ass wig on him,
Well, I mean,
because he had the short Kevin hair.
but no, like,
All right, what else we got to talk about?
Let's go. Let's move on.
all right. Other wrestling, PCO signs a new contract with Impact, so he's staying there. Raka Khan's trial has been delayed to December.
What trial?
So she was arrested. Raka Khan has been pushed back yet again on trial on charges of interfering with child custodies and aggravated kidnapping.
Oh, that's not good.
This has been the trial was supposed to happen like 2 years ago. Then COVID hit.
Wasn't she hooked up with Angle for at one point?
And Scott.
I thought so. I knew it was Kurt, but I didn't know Scott.
Scott Steiner, yeah. Raka Khan was with Kurt for a little bit, too. Let me see what else. AEW, I mean, you got the MJF promo. I mean, everyone's talked about it already.
All right, Ryan, as a guy in the business, what did you think? Did you see the promo?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see the MJF William Regal promo?
No, I did not.
You gotta watch it, dude. It's one of the best promos I've ever seen in my life. I put it up there with Dusty Rhodes' Hard Times. It was so good. You have to watch this if you get the chance. I think it was an outstanding promo. It just shows you how much MJF has definitely matured in that ring when it comes to mic work. Ronnie, am I wrong?
He's already been hot on the mic. That's the
But
thing.
this one, it had that personal touch to it, which just made it that much better.
He's, I don't know. He's always had that though. He's even though as a heel, he's always had the personal bits with it, and especially with the fact that it's with Regal doesn't hurt either. I mean, Ryan, I know it's your favorite day of the week or favorite day of the year.
It is.
Carmella's turned 30.
What days?
Carmella turned 35 and her tits turned 3.
You watch your mouth, sir.
He's gonna flap the jersey and bitch slap you, boy.
NXT, we get the new member of Schism,
What
Joe Gacy.
Oh.
Right.
No idea who the fuck it's gonna be yet, though. What's interesting is the fact that it's with his old mask. Like, it's his old yellow mask that he used to wear on the indie scene.
Was this at Havoc?
Yeah, Havoc, they announced it, but the dude's been in the crowd for months now.
There's rumblings that he's gonna be with Bray Wyatt.
It's not happening.
What happened?
Not with the fact that they're about to add another. The fact that they're about to add another member, not happening.
Oh, speaking of Bray Wyatt, who is that guy? Who's Howdy? Who's Captain? Who's Howdy?
Don't know yet.
Somebody said, I saw somebody, I think Sean Ross Sapp did it. And they said it's going to be Barry Windham.
I mean, listen, when it comes to these dirt sheets, half of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, Sean Ross Sapp, I mean, that guy's fairly reliable, I think.
Yeah, To think it's gonna be freaking Barry Windham. He hasn't been around WWE in 25 years.
It was less than that. He was booking for. He was an agent for a brief time. When
and the other thing is too, and I'm gonna say this nicely, how many people are gonna know who the fuck he is?
True.
Very fucking few.
Yeah.
Right.
Like.
And that's sad too.
But that's the thing. No one does research anymore. But right now it looks like you're getting Bo hands down.
For sure.
I don't know who else could be there. But then everyone's saying, dude, the speculations, no one wants these dirt sheets are all speculating, because now you're getting everyone saying, oh well, it's Bray Wyatt and his gimmicks are 6 different personalities in his psyche. And it's like, just why can't it just be a fucking faction being called the Circle? Like,
It's going to be the Wyatt Six. That's what it's going to be called.
oh no, he already said it's the Circle.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because you gotta listen to SmackDown, this promo on SmackDown.
I didn't see this week. I just saw the screen grabs. That's why I saw at the end of the thing it said howdy.
This week, SmackDown will be coming to you live from the hometown of the Hustle City Hooligan.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's also going to be an FS1 too, because of the the World Series just starts this week. That's going to be on Fox.
Of course, it's the World Series. You're going to get bumped for the fucking World Series.
Right.
I mean, Halloween Havoc happened, and boy, did they go all out with this one this year.
It's 3 hours, wasn't it?
It was 2.
Over 2.
A little bit over 2, but it was a very interesting setup. So they did the ladder match for the North American title, which you had Wesley finally fucking getting a title.
Oh, so he did win the title?
Yeah. Spoilers for anyone that didn't see this. Watch the matches. The matches were fucking unbelievable. And the matches were fucking brutal as shit. Wesley is your new North American title. North American champion. Beating Carmelo Hayes, Oro, Von Wagner, and Nathan Frazier.
Von Wagner.
Von Wagner was fucking money in this match.
No, I just find, the whole Chris Von Wagner thing. It still makes me chuckle. I'm sorry.
Apollo Crews defeated Grayson Waller in the Spin the Wheel Make the Deal match, which was a casket match. And holy shit, the bump Waller took to finish that match, he got chokeslammed from the apron into the casket.
Yeah.
Roxy beat Cora in a weapons match. With Pop Rocks and landed her head right on the fucking chairs.
Ooh.
And then you had Beetlejuice Shotzi. Ooh, not bad at all.
Dude, as much as everyone loved Beetlejuice, fucking Quentin is one of the best parts of fucking NXT right now. Fucking big black man in a fucking banana suit was one of the funniest shit you'll ever see.
What's up with this guy? I mean, I've been seeing video of this guy. What's up with him?
He's... How to describe him? Right, how would you describe Quincy?
Oh shit.
An ambiguous black man that is funny as hell.
I think that would be the fairest assumption. Yes.
Are we talking like a Goldust type character?
Take Goldust and mix it with
I've seen
Velveteen
video
Dream.
of him.
Goldust with Velveteen Dream.
And throw a little, because he's a bigger gentleman, correct?
Oh yeah.
So throw a little Keith Lee in there too,
But like
without the athleticism.
they do not need him to wrestle. They literally had him going back and forth with Lash Legend for no reason, and it was one of the funniest shit. It was the funniest shit in the world.
So WWE is basically doing comedy shit now with this guy.
This dude is making comedy shit fucking money.
Like R-Truth.
Yeah. He can be comedy, but he also can wrestle. Like
Go ahead.
He's probably the best part. He's some of the best parts of the shows. Because it's just so over the top. It's perfect.
Now here's a weird question. Now, if AEW decides to get rid of him, could you see a Danhausen and him working together?
No. Danhausen will never go to WWE.
And why do you say that?
Too small. Danhausen has to put on about 20 pounds of muscle.
So does Spike Dudley, but he worked there for years.
And Spike Dudley got the shit beat out of him every day. Danhausen, they would not, like, Danhausen's gimmick is not to get touched.
No, but can you imagine the back and forth between this guy and Danhausen?
Danhausen is an indie gimmick. I hate saying it that way because he's money. Danhausen's an indie gimmick.
100%, but it's a great indie gimmick.
Right. It's money on the indies. But it is an indie gimmick. It works in AEW, but at the same time, if you don't know where it's from, or is anyone really going to fucking get it? Are the normal common fan, the common bumpkin fans of WWE going to get the fact that Danhausen was a spoof on fucking The Exorcist?
Yeah, I mean his makeup is a direct ripoff of
Pazuzu of fucking Pazuzu.
Pazuzu, yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, there might be some legal problems. But it would never be, because the difference is Quincy is such a big dude that it works. Him being such a bigger guy is better commentary for what they have, because if someone comes out and starts messing with him, he can still fight the dude.
Right.
And I did see it. They just replayed it where Anderson got hitting the between the uprights.
Yeah, she didn't fucking miss. She didn't miss.
Did you see that, Rye? Anderson got Rhea gave him the hello between the legs, and I think she actually, Ronnie, how did you describe it?
No more
boom boom
with hot Asian wife, and oh my god, Rhea Ripley fucking body slam Big Doc. That was impressive.
No, I'm not saying Rhea. I never said Rhea wasn't strong.
No, but the fact that she got Doc up with no problems.
Doc got himself up with no problem.
Yes, that too, but I mean, she fucking didn't fuck up. That's all that matters.
Right. Oh, yeah, she got him.
Oh, she hit him square in the dick.
Yeah, she got him square in the dick.
And he had a nice bag, and I'm sure that wasn't just for show.
No,
them yam bags are broken.
Right in the yam bags.
Right in the yam bag.
So the other, yeah. So the other matches you have Judas Creed winning his ambulance match, because if they lost, they would have had to leave NXT. Mandy Rose defeating Alba Fire, and the fucking opening to this was a prequel, or not prequel, it was a cinematic part where they
Pre-tape.
was a pre-tape where it went to a haunted mansion, and Gigi Dolan fucking made this.
I have to go back and watch this because I saw clips of it.
Gigi made this just being like, I'm like, the one woman that everyone's like, oh, who would be scared? I go, it's not going to be Gigi. Because she just turns around and goes, the fuck are you guys scared? Like, what are you guys scared of? This is freaking great. Like, this is great. And then Mandy Rose retains, though, over Alba Fire with help from them. And then Breaker retains, defeating Dragunov and JD McDonough for the NXT title. And we had no tease, right? No tease at the end of this show.
Real.
What do you mean no tease?
So on NXT, Austin Theory has been teasing the cash-in on Breaker.
Okay.
And you would think after a triple threat match, after everyone's down, maybe you tease the cash-in because what would the point be? Right now, if you're not going to cash in on Roman.
True.
There's no money there yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's not a lot of wrestling news.
So what else we got?
Movie news. We got, okay. So apparently, Ryan, I know you don't care about this, but I thought this was interesting. We officially have confirmation on what the whole idea was supposed to be for Halloween Ends. And it's not what people think.
It never is.
The ending was never supposed to be Myers versus Strode versus Laurie. It was supposed to end there. And it was supposed to be Corey leaving Haddonfield as Myers.
Okay.
And they were gonna keep the franchise going. But like a test screening went through and liked it.
Huh.
Did you watch that trailer I sent you?
No, I did not. Did you watch the trailer that I told you to watch?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Yeah!
No.
I'm totally fucking lost on what you guys are talking about, so.
So there's a movie that's coming out in 2 days called Call Jane.
Okay.
It is literally the birth, no pun intended, of Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
How is this movie, especially in the Bible, how has no one been talking about the fact an abortion movie?
It's a good question, man. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
With Elizabeth Banks and Sigourney Weaver.
I mean, they went all out on the cast.
Yeah, like, but that's
Right.
and that's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to. It almost feels like this is a dig. It's a mix. Like, this is a movie that began Planned Parenthood, but at the same time, this is a dig at social commentary with the whole states' rights.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, and did you know? I don't know if either one of you guys. Do you remember the Surreal Life?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know about Lana being on there.
Yeah. So it's on right now. Actually, I was flipping the channels and I happened to see it. I'm like, Lana, Dennis Rodman, and Malcolm in the Middle all in one house.
Are they still making that show?
They just
No, they just brought it back. This is the first time it's been back since 2002 or 2003.
Found out that Vern Troyer pisses all over the place like a small dog.
So I
Yeah.
watched that trailer. I watched that trailer, by the way, that you sent me.
Did you?
Yeah, I just
What
watched
trailer
it.
is this?
That's great.
I get very Exorcist vibe, and the name of it is called Pray for the Devil. I'm getting very Exorcist vibe
That's
from
the
it.
one with the nun.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Alicia and I already bought tickets for it. We're going. We're going to see it Friday.
She punched him in the balls too.
Yeah,
Who?
Doc.
Oh, she did hit Doc. She hit Doc in the huevos too.
Yeah. So, other news is we're getting a Saw 10.
Oh God, why?
What's the premise on this one?
No real talk about it. It's gonna come out of
Who
Halloween.
even cares?
It's gonna come out of Halloween of next year. Well, this makes me wonder what this is gonna be.
I can tell you one person that cares very deeply.
You?
Dustin.
Oh, really?
Tobin.
Favorite, Saw's his favorite franchise. His favorite actor is Tobin Bell.
And Tobin Bell will be back for Saw 10.
All right, I'm in.
That is the only thing that is making me actually wonder what this is going to be about. Because, and I wonder if it's going to reboot from The Doctor. Because they did not answer any questions from 9, or whatever the shitty reboot was. Jigsaw.
The only Saw one I saw was the first one. I have not seen a single Saw movie since the first one.
I fell off after Saw 3.
I've seen everyone except Jigsaw.
Dustin, weigh in here. I know you're listening.
I've seen
Tell
them.
him to come in. Tell him to call in. Bring him in. Let him talk. Let him say it himself. Come on, Dustin. We know you're around.
But no, like other than Jigsaw, which I think was a reimagining of Saw, I think it was so stupid. Like, I never actually watched it because I did not like the idea of Jigsaw. Like, oh, it's a copycat killer. Why? We get a lot of those. Why the fuck is he a copycat killer?
Why does he need a copycat killer?
Right. At least Tobin Bell passing it on to the Doctor made sense. But the question is are we getting... Okay, Saw 10 begins production this month. Jigsaw Killer. God, the first film was 2004. Almost 20. Oh, I love the first one.
Oh, that was Carrie Elways and
That one was fucking cinematic perfection.
yeah.
That was seriously scary fucking psychological thriller horror movie on a budget.
Okay, so this is interesting. So this is John Kramer. So this is going to be like, we are getting, as much as John Kramer is here, this is the John Kramer story. So it is going to kick off right where 10 left, right where 3D kicked off or ended. Even though Saw 3D ended the way 1 began.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Oh, I almost wish I had video of this. Since we're talking about Saw, when I went back to school to do that, when I went to do medical billing and coding and stuff, it was around Halloween time, and we had classes the day of Halloween, and somebody dressed up as the Jigsaw with the tricycle,
Mm-hmm.
It's Billy.
and was riding around the school in the tricycle, but wasn't talking. Was just
The laugh.
riding around and just the laugh and tilting the head and stuff like that. There was a girl in my class, literally saw that and went under the table and would not come out until the guy left. She was that terrified. And then after she came out, he came back out again. Scared the crap out of her. Oh, I wish I had video of that. That was so hysterical. But it had down to the creakiness of the tricycle too. I mean, the makeup was fantastic.
What else we got? DC just dropped one fucking bombshell of the news.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
We're
briefly.
getting a new Superman film. Right. Guess who's back as Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Yep. He is back. We're getting a Man of Steel 2, and Henry Cavill is confirmed as Superman. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right. I have no complaints.
I don't know who he is, so.
Henry Cavill, The Witcher, he was in Mad Men for a little bit, but not the main role.
I haven't watched Mad Men in years, so I'd have to go back and rewatch it.
So you'll get a kick out of this one, though. So, Terrifier 2 is out. If you know anything about Terrifier 2, congrats, you have a sick fucking mind. A director has come out and praised Terrifier 2. Guess who it is?
Who
Kevin
is it?
Smith?
It is a man that is famous for horror films. Sorry, horror books, I should say.
Oh,
Stephen King?
Yep.
Well, it's high praise.
Stephen King praised Terrifier 2. I like it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I hear good things.
I think it's gonna be. I like it. I've not seen it yet, but I've. The Terrifier films have always been fucking good.
Yeah.
So Screen Rant put a recasting of the Karate Kid movie. And boy, is there two big problems with this movie.
Yeah, now they're talking about a Karate Kid feature film again, right? With the original cast?
No. As a recast.
But it's going to be off of the original film.
It's going to be a reimagining of the original film.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, with a different cast, though.
Oh, God.
So, right now they have... So, fan casting from Screen Rants has Noah Sharp, or Sknap?
Noah Schnapp.
Yeah, as Daniel
Stranger
LaRussa.
Things.
As
That's the one
Daniel.
who played Will. Played Will.
Okay. As... they have him playing Daniel.
I could see that.
I can't.
Stranger Things is coming to an end soon, so.
I can't. So then you have Tony League Ching Wong from actor from Shang-Chi, martial artist. They have him playing Mr. Miyagi. So younger Mr. Miyagi, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I don't know how I feel about that, but that's beside the point.
I've watched this guy actually fight, and he can actually fight. So I'll take the gimmick. Now here's the big problem. Guess who they have as Johnny Lawrence?
I'm afraid to ask.
Jack Dylan Glazer, a.k.a. the kid from Shazam that was the friend.
I didn't see Shazam, so I don't know who that is.
Batman and Superman. I'm trying to think what else. He was the voice of Superboy in there. Let's just say that's a hard no. That is. Allie Mills as being played by Elaine Fisher, stand-up comedian. I mean, that's pretty close. She looks exactly, pretty much how Allie would look.
Right.
And obviously, you have your mother. Now, this is where I'm in with this. Take a wild guess who they have playing LaRusso's mother.
Elizabeth Shue?
No. They did. That would be fucking hilarious. No. You gotta change the person not from Jersey. You gotta put him in New York. But it's Christina Ricci.
Her career is kind of having a resurgence right now, and I
Yeah.
A little bit of a resurgence, and it's kind of nice. I like Christina
Ricci. She needs more work. Like Brendan Fraser. She needs more fucking work.
I got no problem with Christina Ricci.
Well, Brendan Fraser was fucking blacklisted.
Yeah, well, also Christina Ricci needs to be fucking Morticia! Stick by that ever since I saw the fucking photo of her in the Morticia outfit. It's like, she needs to play fucking Morticia.
Did you just say I need to fuck Christina Ricci dressed as Morticia? Because I'll do that for the team, guys.
I mean, it's either that or Black Snake Moan, one of the two.
Oh, Black Snake Moan.
Black from the waist down, fellas.
Okay, and now we have Kreese. Who do you think they got to play Kreese?
I have no clue.
I'm kind of okay with this. Johnny Gargano. That would be fucking great if it was Gargano. No. Taylor Lautner.
Who?
The kid
Twilight.
from Twilight.
Grown Ups too. He played the leader of the rival, the frat house.
Taylor Lautner.
Yep.
He does all the
Shark Boy.
Wait a minute. Let me send a picture to him so you can see what he looks like.
Shark Boy from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Right.
Yeah, him.
Ooh, Bianca versus Bailey tonight. I'm taking Bianca.
You know what doesn't hurt with this though? He's a legit fucking black belt.
Karate fighter.
Yeah, so I think he can play Kreese perfectly. Also, he knows how to play that psychological game.
Right.
That's who they have playing that, though. And I'm kind of fine with that. I think the person they got playing Johnny is going to be complete. That's not going to be good. Oh, God.
I'm gonna send a picture in the Skype chat. So as I could pull it.
Apparently, Pete Davidson's gonna be in the new Transformers movie.
Oh God, he needs to start going away. I'm sick and tired of seeing him.
What's he gonna be playing as? Because he's in Beast Wars.
Brian, that's Taylor Lautner.
I know who Taylor Lautner is.
Oh, I thought you didn't. I did. Thought you did. The way you were talking, you didn't know who he was.
And that's a terrible photo of him to play as Kreese.
Well, that's just the first one I saw.
He was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
He did those Twilight movies.
Yeah, he got famous from fucking Twilight.
Yeah, running around with his shirt off.
Twilight was literally softcore porn for fucking teenage girls.
Between.
If I looked like he did back, when he made that movie, I would run around with a shirt off all the time. I don't look like him, and I run around without a shirt all the time.
I'm gonna say, the dude was fucking jacked. I don't blame him. Dude, everyone apparently is up in arms about fucking Lady Gaga. Playing Harley.
Dude, she's gonna knock it out of the park.
I can't wait. I think she's gonna be fucking perfect. Lady Gaga as fucking Harley is just spot on. I'm absolutely gonna love that.
I'll reserve my opinion till I see her.
And you're not gonna see her as Harley though, because that's not the point of this. She's gonna be Harley Quinzel. This is all gonna happen in Arkham. So if anyone going into this, you might see her as Harley at the. From what I can tell, you're not gonna see her as Harley until the very end of the movie.
Right.
And her as Harley Quinzel, you're gonna be perfectly. You're gonna see her as that. Like, she's gonna be the Doctor for 90% of the film.
Absolutely, as she should be.
Right. And I'm sorry. I know you see Margot Robbie as Harley. She is not Harley.
No.
To me, Ryan, that she never will ever be Harley. It's always gonna be. I hate saying it. It's fucking Bubbles from fucking Powerpuff Girls. It's fucking Tara Strong. Like, Tara Strong, for me and Ryan's generation, is Harley.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Just like Eartha Kitt, for some generations, is Catgirl. Or Catwoman.
No, that's certain. To me, Julie Newmar was the original Catwoman.
Eartha Kitt made that fucking character iconic.
Yes.
Well, Julie Newmar had a hand in that too.
Gonna say that.
Please don't forget, in the Batman '66, there was 2 Catwoman. Actually, no, there was 3.
Yeah, well,
It was Eartha Kitt, Julie Newmar, and Lee Merriweather. All played Catwoman at one point in the '66 Batman.
and in all honesty, Eartha Kitt is what a lot of people remain. Like Cesar Romero is the Joker when it comes to that.
And Frank Gorshin is the Riddler.
Yeah.
Burgess Meredith is the Penguin. I get that. But I still think I guarantee if you started a poll, I mean, how many people would say Julie Newmar over Eartha Kitt?
I think more people would know who Eartha Kitt is.
Over Julie Newmar, yes.
Because, I mean...
I can agree to...
Because, I mean, me and Ryan... The tail end of Eartha Kitt's career is Yzma and From Holes.
Yeah.
The last thing I saw Eartha Kitt in, I was flipping channels and she was in an Ernest Scared Stupid movie.
Yeah, her last role was Holes.
Did she pass away or is she still alive?
That's a good question. I don't know. Died in 2008.
Oh, okay, that she has been gone for a while, yeah.
Died on Christmas in 2008.
Oh, what a day to go.
Christmas isn't even celebrated on the right day, just saying.
What is that supposed to mean?
That means that they fucking moved Christ's birthday to coincide with the pagan fucking solstice.
Yeah,
Okay, then.
but we'll not get into politics right now. But, like, here's the thing. When it came to Catwoman, though, I mean, she was the first, like, black superhero. Or supervillain. Because there was none of that on television at the time.
True.
That's what makes her more, and in my opinion, that's what made her iconic. I mean, she was Catwoman, and then she was in Holes, and I mean, most people know her as Yzma from fucking Emperor's New Groove. She was, and it is what it is. In my opinion, I always will remember her, and maybe not remember her as Catwoman, but I remember her as Yzma.
I remember her as Catwoman.
She's
Yeah,
better than Halle Berry.
Oh, fuck that. That was just terrible.
Worst Catwoman ever.
Yep, agreed.
Well, okay, then since you were talking about Cat, where do you stack Michelle Pfeiffer? And I know where you're thinking, Ryan.
And not on the bedpost.
Exactly.
Saved by Katie Litter. Michelle Pfeiffer is iconic.
But I have to say she's 2.
You're a 2.
You're a towel.
Yeah.
I gotta say she's the second. She's the second best Catwoman. I gotta stick with Eartha Kitt as 1.
To me, it's like... Go ahead, Ryan.
I've got Michelle Pfeiffer at 1. Eartha Kitt is 2.
I agree with Ryan, but I take Eartha Kitt out and replace her with Julie Newmar. And then Halle Berry doesn't even measure up. I mean, she looked fantastic in the suit, don't get me wrong, but the movie was just piss poor terrible.
Yeah, well, shocker.
Which was another good movie. Underrated horror movie.
That's interesting. So when Michael Jackson was still alive, Tim Burton wanted to make a House of Wax remake with Michael Jackson.
Gee, that would have been perfect casting. Mac Jackson's face was like wax.
I just think that would be interesting. It doesn't look like there's any other, like, huge fucking news. Ugh, lovely. We're getting a Magic Mike 3.
The magicest of mics.
Now, is Kevin Nash in it? Is Fluffy in it?
Oh, speaking of Kevin Nash.
Yeah, well, the more news of that came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard any new news about that, so...
His kid passed away at 26 from a seizure that left him in a coma.
Tristan Nash, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else you can say. 26 and it sucks, but...
Yeah.
All we can say.
Yep. I'm not touching the Kevin Spacey allegations because I'm not getting into politics.
Actually, I believe he was found not guilty.
Yes, but I still, you know how people are. They will still try to fucking find shit.
Oh, absolutely. People suck.
Yes, I do not want to touch that, so. Nothing really else in news. I'm kind of just scrolling through, trying to see if there's anything here. Oh, right. I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Someone from the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power TV show on Amazon, wants to play Mr. Freeze. And I'm looking at him, and if you go by Arkham Asylum, you put a bald cap on him, he is fucking money.
Who we got?
Charles Vickers.
Okay.
No idea who that is.
Brian, you want to go look him up?
I'm on it.
I don't have Amazon Prime, so I don't watch Lord of the Rings shit, even if I did. I was never a big Lord of the Rings fan anyway.
What was his first name?
Vickers.
What? Vickers what?
Charles. Charles Vickers. He is a Scottish soccer player.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay.
Gotta put a bald cap on him, though.
You definitely got to put a bald cap on him, but you're right. He's a dead ringer.
I'll take your guy's word for it.
Hold on. I'll find a photo. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on. There you go.
Okay.
I like that. If he wants to do it, let him fucking do it. Couldn't be any worse than what Arnold did.
Chill out, both boy.
Oy.
Or I'll steal your bad credit card.
Oh, fuck the back credit card. I hate that fucking credit card. Alright, is there anything in gaming news real quick before we get out of here?
I got nothing.
Ryan, we do have, we have one thing for Red Dead that you might find interesting.
What do we got?
I'm starting to play that again.
A Red Dead Online player is about to lose $1 million in game.
How?
Because he is playing it on Google Stadia.
Oh, shit.
And Google Stadia is officially done.
Well, now. That sucks to be him.
Yep.
I got digital copy and all my shit.
God of War is breaking the fucking internet because it looks fucking amazing. I will definitely be getting that. I gotta play through God of War 1.
Yeah, I have to go back through that.
Interesting. So, Nintendo Switch, if you are a fan of the Switch, and you're our age and want to play Mario Party, you can now play online with friends.
Dope.
Mario Party 1 and 2 have Switch Online.
As long as it's not Mario Kart, we're good.
Yeah, right?
Mario the friendship tester.
So, you do know they made a new Ghostbusters game, right?
Yes, I'm waiting for the drop.
So, a fan has gotten a mild release of it and has already put a mod in it.
What is it? Is it like real? Is it real action or is it?
No,
is it like
it's
cartoony?
no, I wouldn't say cartoony, but it's like the real Ghostbusters, like the cartoon. Like that kind of
like Bill. It's not Bill Murray type of thing.
No,
right?
no. But they put a new skin for somebody, and you can play as Luigi
Oh God.
In Ghostbusters?
in Ghostbusters.
Fuck
It's
it.
me, Luigi.
I like that. I actually think that's funny. Final Fantasy 16. Don't really care because it's Final Fantasy 16. That game won't come out for another 2 fucking years. Microsoft says that Wolverine, the new Wolverine game by Marvel, is coming out next year. Which, if that's anything like Spider-Man, fuck yes.
Fucking right.
They want to put now. Fans want Deadpool to be in the Midnight Suns game. And if that's the case, yes, please, I'm in. Fuck Overwatch 2. Red Dead Redemption, surprising removal from PlayStation Plus. Okay.
They got it's not on PlayStation Plus anymore.
Nope.
This Red Dead Redemption, not Redemption.
Yeah, one.
Oh, I'm still, and I mean, Ryan, you played the game, and I think Ryan, you said you played it too, right?
Yep.
Now
Yep.
I got a question. Do you think they should go back and do the first one with the graphics that did Red Dead 2 and re-release it, or do
I
you
think-
think it stands on its own?
I think the only thing that would make it any cooler would be the upgrade on the characters. Like, it would be breathtaking, but I mean, it's such a small game compared to Red Dead 2. They could have re-released it with updated graphics as a DLC.
I mean, because it's like, and I still think it's weird that Red Dead 2 is basically is it the prequel to the first one?
What?
I mean, because at the end, John Marsden has his wife and kids on the farm, but at the end of Red Dead, I guess Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, whatever you want to call it, it's basically them getting all killed off, right? Or am I wrong?
No, you're wrong. So Red Dead Revolver is a standalone that launched the series that follows Red Harlow.
Okay.
That's your character, and it's a first-person shooter.
Okay.
And they came out with Red Dead Redemption, which is the story of, the Outlaw's Redemption, John Marston.
Right.
And no matter how good or evil you were still going to get killed by the government.
Right.
With Red Dead Redemption 2, they stepped farther back into the game history, and it's the downfall of the Dutch Van der Linde gang and how John came to be there at Beecher's Hope. I mean, hell, in the epilogue of the game, you get to build the cabin.
No, I know. I've played and beaten Red Dead 2, but it's like I went back and I looked at the first Red Dead Redemption, and it's basically him, Uncle, are killed at Beecher's Hope.
Correct.
And at the end of the game, it's
Because they're
the son.
Yeah, but they can't really have Western continue forward with Jack Marston because that game was set during the end of the West.
Right.
If they continue forward, the next major event where they'd be able to do anything with Jack Marston would be World War I. Now we're into a military game. It's a Western.
Right.
So Red Dead 3 is going to, I have a feeling it's going to be even farther back.
Like the beginning of you're playing as a young Arthur.
No, I think that they're telling the story backwards. We saw the death of the last members of the Van der Linde gang with Uncle and John in Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
And then we saw the downfall of the gang and the death of a bunch of members in Red Dead 2. Well, we still need to find out how the gang rose to prominence and how the gang started.
Right, like would be interesting if they had the thing where the game probably ends where, because they talk about it in Red Dead 2, the whole boat thing, the whole boat story about how they lost their money in Blackwater.
Well, that's the second time. And that also makes me think, because, they kept talking about the boat in the first one. And you get back and it's this wrecked riverboat.
Right.
And it's decayed and it's decrepit. So, there's some serious long-term storytelling because that's the boat that went wrong.
Well, that's how the Van der Linde gang came to end up where they ended up in Red Dead 2.
The wreck of whatever the ship was called, whatever that location is.
Right.
That's the job that went south. It has to be. So we've got to find out if that job went south.
But how did they end up in Blackwater? That's what I want to know. How did they lose everything in Blackwater? Because I'm going back and I'm replaying Red Dead 2, and that's all I kept hearing in the beginning is Micah is talking about we left all that money in Blackwater.
Well, yeah, they were set up in Blackwater. That's where the gang operated out of.
So
that's what.
Go ahead.
That's how they ended up there.
So the money that Marsden gets at the end of Red Dead 2, is that the money from Blackwater?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't played it in a while. Like I said, I'm just going back and the memories are starting to slowly come back. That's why I was questioning it.
Played through the story in forever. I've spent years playing online, though.
That's Red Dead 2. I still think Red Dead 2 and the Uncharted series is some of the best storytelling I've played in games in all my years of playing games.
Well, and I'm sure Ronnie will agree with me, they nailed every single detail in Red Dead 2.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Like, how do you mean? With the detail of how the West looked?
No, the detail in the game itself. The fact that they legitimately created an open world with hundreds of animal species populating it.
Oh, yeah. You know what level gave me craziness? Where you have to go after that white wolf in the game.
I don't remember all the main stories. I was one of the Red Dead mystery hunters. I'm still trying to figure out the third UFO encounter. There has to be one. Why would they only do 2? Why is there so much space shit? Do you guys remember seeing the meteor house?
In Red Dead 2?
Yes.
I don't remember anything about any. We're talking about alien UFO shit. I have no idea what you're even talking about.
All right, so if you go to Emerald Station, when you load in, you should be facing out towards some rolling hills.
Okay.
You run straight. I believe it's north, barely northwest, maybe northeast. You're going to come to a pond where there's usually a couple of geese. Those are great for harvesting fell. You're going to make explosive ammo.
Right.
And you're going to When you go into that building, you're going to see a cult. And they're all dead. They committed suicide.
Okay.
Matt, go up to the table, take the health potion that's there, and you're going to pick up a note. And an alien ship was passing by, and they killed themselves so they could go aboard the ship and be taken to wherever. Cult ship.
This almost
Okay.
sounds like Heaven's Gate.
Almost. So, you read that and you leave. You go back between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning, walk into the building and look up, and everything will start glowing green, and you will see a UFO lower out of the sky directly over the house.
Okay.
You have to, it's easier to look at it if you go into like first person. As soon as you go outside, it flies away at a fucking incredibly animated speed.
Okay.
And then there's a second encounter. It's on top of Mount Hagen. Again, between 2 and 4 in the morning. The very peak of Mount Hagen. And you look out and you'll see the ship, again, lower down into the screen, hover for a few seconds, and then take off.
Do they mention it in the game?
No. This game has 100 fucking little mysteries off to the side, 100 little chance encounters that everybody will come across. A guy carving what looks like Mount Rushmore. You leave, you come back, the guy's committed suicide.
Huh.
The swamps are haunted. You can hear a woman. You can fucking peep through windows. Like, there were so many mysteries to this game that people are still trying to solve them all. Nobody has solved the UFO. Nobody has solved what the piece of meteor that you can collect it for. And there's a spot up around, oh fuck, you know where it's like natural geysers.
Okay.
Look around, you'll start noticing a shit ton of burned trees. Start following the trees in where the burns get heavier, you'll notice that there's trees pushed sideways. Then you're going to come across a house that was full of people, and a meteor crashed through the ceiling, killing everyone.
Okay.
That's where you pick up the piece of meteor.
Because right now, like I said, I'm replaying it again. Right now, I just
Okay.
the scene I'm at right now is.
Are you still in Coulter?
I'm sorry.
Are you still in Coulter?
No, right now I'm playing. I just Arthur just got into a fight with that big dude outside the saloon.
Well, you've already missed a collectible in the game.
What?
And a chance encounter. If you go back to Coulter, you climb the mountain, and you go all the way up to the peak, you'll find the frozen remain of I mean, honestly, he would have been called a Spaniard. He was a Spanish conquistador, and you can collect his hat.
Okay. Because like I said, I played all the Tomb Raiders again, and I said, you know what? I haven't played Red Dead in a while.
You can get lost in Red Dead 2. There's a lot of little detail shit that they just nailed. Mysteries. The amount of mysteries and Easter eggs are fucking crazy.
Right. Like I said, right now what I try to do is after I'm done with the gunfight or something, I try to loot as many guys as I can to build up the money.
Hunting builds up money faster. Also, if you stay out of camp for 5 days or more, Dutch will send somebody to bring you back.
Really? I'll have to try that.
Like, honestly, the best way to play that game, in my opinion, is not to, oh, I want to get all the money, oh, I want to do all this, oh, I want to do all that. Play the game like you're Arthur. It's an RPG. It's an RPG.
I know that, yeah. I figured that part out, yeah.
So play it like an RPG. Don't play it like a video game. Don't play it like, oh, I want to get through it all. I want to get all the money. I want to buy all the stuff. Because you're missing out on a shit ton of that game. That is a legit RPG. Get into it. Get into it like an RPG.
Yeah.
and you're gonna discover all kinds of shit. Like I am half tempted to fucking turn on my console right now. Fucking hours I have logged on there.
Ugh.
All right,
Well-
but I think we're boring Ronnie to death here.
Well, there's one final piece of news that I want to get into, and it actually is kind of a big fucking deal.
Let's do it.
So TwitchCon happened this week.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
TwitchCon is a lot of like the people that are part of Twitch come in, collaborate with each other and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now fans are calling a boycott of TwitchCon
Why?
because there is a massive alleged lawsuit going on because of something that happened this year at TwitchCon.
Who touched his wiener?
No, it's actually a lot worse.
Who touched someone's boob?
No, it's actually a lot fucking worse. So, Twitch streamer Adriana Kitchik broke her back in 3 places
Oh shit.
How the
That's
fuck did that happen?
by jumping into a ball pit that was only a foot deep, that had no tag in there. Underneath all that was straight concrete.
Ow.
Straight through to the ground.
Straight through the ground. Now, if anyone knows who the hell Adriana Kitchik is, forget the fact that she's just Twitch streamer. She is also a former porn star.
Oh no.
And the jokes that have come out about this are so bad.
Right now, I'm having a bunch of them go through my head.
Oh, one of my favorites is she spent 4 years trying to get her back blown out. It took her 2 seconds in TwitchCon.
You think she learned by jumping on all those balls? She's jumped on enough of them.
That was a foam pit. It wasn't a ball. It wasn't the balls.
Terry Crews was right. Once you go black, you're gonna need a wheelchair.
But like,
I'm walking again.
she, like, it still sucks because she's not the only one that got hurt. She was the famous person that got hurt, though.
Right.
There was other people that like seriously got fucking hurt during all this, and it's just, yeah, it's not good. Like, it's going to.
Is she paraplegic or
No, she got the surgery. She got a 3-foot rod in her back.
That might be the biggest.
I was gonna say insert joke there,
Oh, I'll tell the joke. I'm gonna fuck.
but yeah, that was the thing. She's better stabilized and all that other stuff, but it's still something that no one's gonna fucking talk about. I mean, they are, but no one's gonna talk about it on Twitch.
right?
Nope.
But we are. But with that being said, is there anything else we want to talk about?
I got nothing.
Ryan?
No. No, I'm excited to watch the World Series.
Hold on. Okay. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to today's show. If you like what you heard, please follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerd Report Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at FNRonnie.
At the Zombie Master.
At StuntCockSTL, or hit me up on PSN if you play Red Dead Online. Fucking Hooligan STL 86.
And join us on Wednesday as we dive into the world of sports and sports betting with the good, the bad, and the ugly as we look into Rookie of the Year, MVP, and Comeback Player of the Year for the NFL, as well as the betting market for the World Series. And, NBA is around too, in hockey, but I don't think anyone really cares about that.
Canadian viewers.
Yep. I mean, we'll talk about it. Well, trust me, I won't deny it. But
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
No, that's that. No, we won't talk about it because that's CFL, and CFL's already happening. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the show. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, but always tell them that no matter what, this show will always produce a teachable moment. And if you don't believe me, that is just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.